There was a city no army on earth could break. Its walls had never fallen until the day God told his people to do something that made no sense at all. His name was Joshua. 40 years he waited for this moment, and now, finally, the promised land lay just across the river. Between them and everything God had promised stood a flooded river and a fortress city with walls that could not be climbed. This is the story of how a flooded river stood still, how a silent march became the loudest act of faith in history, and how the walls of Jericho finally came down. Get ready for tomorrow. The Lord will do wonders among us. Welcome to Bible Stories Animated, where the Bible's greatest stories come to life.
For tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among us. Subscribe now and stay with us until the very end.
It begins 40 years after a generation died in the wilderness with one man, one calling, and one impossible river.
Moses, my servant, is dead. Now arise, cross the Jordan. Be strong and courageous. I will be with you wherever you go.
Moses was gone. The man who had led them out of Egypt was gone. Now the calling and the burden passed to Joshua.
Prepare your supplies. In 3 days you will cross the Jordan to take the land.
These were the children of the generation that once refused to trust God at this very border. This time they would not turn back.
Whatever you command, we will do. Wherever you send us, we will go.
Just as they had followed Moses, the people now pledged the same loyalty to Joshua. The mission was no longer his alone, it belonged to all of Israel. Before a single step was taken toward the river, Joshua sent 2 men quietly into the heart of the enemy to see what they were truly facing. 2 strangers slipped through Jericho's gate, unnoticed among the evening crowd, their mission known to no one but God and themselves.
Come inside quickly. It isn't safe for you to be seen.
Are the men who came to you hiding in your house?
Yes, men came to me, but they already left, heading toward the fords of the Jordan.
With a single calm lie, Rahab risked everything: her life, her family, her city's trust, for 2 strangers and a God she barely knew. Hidden beneath stalks of flax on a rooftop built into the city wall, 2 spies waited in the dark for the search to pass.
I know the Lord has given you this land. We have heard what he did to Egypt, and our hearts melt with fear.
Tie this scarlet cord in your window. When we return, your household will be spared.
Her house was built into the very wall of the city, the same wall that would soon fall. Her window would become the one fixed point of mercy in a city about to be judged. For 3 days they hid in the hills while the king's men searched in vain. Then, quietly, they made their way back to the camp.
The Lord has surely given the whole land into our hands. Every person there is melting with fear.
The Jordan was at flood stage, impossible to cross. But Joshua had learned, God's commands rarely wait for convenient circumstances.
Tomorrow the Lord will do amazing things among you.
The priests stepped forward first, carrying not a weapon, but a promise. The presence of God himself would lead the way. Upstream, the river itself obeyed, piling into a wall of water at a place called Adam, while the riverbed ahead lay bare. The water stood still. The riverbed lay dry. 600,000 people were about to walk, where no bridge had ever stood. Tribe after tribe, family after family, the whole nation walked down into a riverbed that should have drowned them all.
I never thought I would see this.
Joshua stood in the center of the miracle, watching God keep a promise 40 years in the making.
These stones will tell our children what God did here.
The moment the ark reached solid ground, the Jordan rushed back to its banks, as if God himself had simply been holding his breath for Israel to pass. They camped at Gilgal, and there, before doing anything else, Joshua led the nation back into covenant with God.
When your children ask what these stones mean, tell them the Lord dried up the Jordan before us.
Before they could fight, they had to belong fully to God. The covenant sign, neglected for 40 years in the wilderness, was renewed at Gilgal.
Tonight we remember the night God set our people free.
The next morning, the manna that had fed them for 40 years simply stopped. They had reached the land. They would eat its fruit now.
Are you for us, or for our enemies? No, for I have come as commander of the army of the Lord.
Jericho, a fortress city with walls so thick that houses were built into them. By every human measure, it could not be taken.
Double the watch on every gate.
For 6 days you will march around the city once. Say nothing.
March in silence. That's the whole plan.
No battering rams, no siege towers, no swords drawn. Just obedience to a plan that made no military sense at all. Day 1. They marched around the city in complete silence, no shouting, no battle cry, not even a whisper.
Why do they only walk? Why don't they attack?
One circuit, one day, the walls of Jericho had not so much as trembled.
A man walks through the city. How can he defeat someone?
Day 2, day 3, day 4, still nothing happened. Still they obeyed one slow, silent circle at a time. Day 5, Joshua kept walking, not because he understood the plan, but because he trusted the one who gave it.
They never stop coming back. What are they waiting for? They are coming, and I will be ready.
6 days of silence, 6 days of walking toward a wall that never moved. Tomorrow would be different. On the 7th day, they rose at dawn, because today they would not just march once. Today, they would march 7 times.
Today is the day! March! And when I give the command, shout!
The 7th day began exactly like the other 6, one slow circuit around a silent city.
That's 3.
6 times around. Still silence. Still no weapon raised. The 7th circuit was about to begin. 7 priests. 7 horns. One final circuit before everything would change.
Shout! For the Lord has given you the city!
6 days of silence broke in a single instant, 600,000 voices crying out as one. End quote. And the walls fell, not by battering ram, not by siege engine, but by a the God who sent it. Where a fortress wall had stood for centuries, there was now only dust, rubble, and an open road into the city.
Go in! The city and everything in it belongs to the Lord!
There was no battle left to fight, only a city, undefended, waiting to be taken.
Stay together. Stay inside. They gave their word.
Come now, all of you. You are safe.
Of an entire city that fell that day, one household was saved because one woman dared to believe before anyone else did. The king, who trusted in walls of stone, discovered too late that no wall stands against the God who made the stones. By sunset, Jericho, the city no one believed could fall, was gone.
It was never our strength. It was only ever his faithfulness.
From a dry riverbed to a fallen wall, the message never changed. Obedience, even when it makes no sense, opens the door for God to do what nothing else can.
What wall in your life feels impossible to bring down? Tell us in the comments below.
If this story moved you, tap like, leave a comment, and share it with someone who needs hope today. Next time on Bible Stories Animated, a man thrown into a den of lions and the God who shut their mouths. If this story has ever spoken to your heart, you are in the right place. Subscribe to Bible Stories Animated and never walk through your darkest days alone. Every week a new story, every story a new hope.